There are players using a crazy ghost glitch to catch hundreds of fishes every second and make tons of money. I'll also show you guys how to use a macro so you can make millions of dollars like how I did without doing anything. It'll auto-fish for you and it's not bannable. And trust me, you're gonna need a lot of money for this next update. I'll explain everything that's coming to a next update later in the video, so just keep watching till the end so you're ready for everything. I've also seen a lot of people using this ghost glitch in public servers. I mean, just going through Fish, you go to servers here, scroll down, you're gonna see a ton of these bacon accounts. Like, every single server is just full of bacons. And usually these servers with these bacon accounts are just a ton of alt accounts. Right here, you can see me lagging so much, and I can see a ton of these bots literally fishing underwater, catching hundreds of fish, and that's what's causing me to lag. This is a difference from an exploit and a macro. Here's all the ghosts right here for one of the bacons. You can see a ton of them here. Pretty much what the exploit does to do the ghost glitch is gets a very laggy server, spam equips the Rod of the Depths, so it spawns in tons of ghosts, and obviously does some other random exploits so it server lags and the game forces it to spawn tons of ghosts. It's only possible to do that glitch with the exploit, but luckily you don't need to exploit to use a macro, and using a macro won't get you banned either. Right here on the official Fish Discord server, they made an announcement about macros and saying that it is allowed. Right over here, they do say that if you want to macro, go for it. Nobody's holding you back. Automating user input in a way that is possible through manual input is allowed. So just to sum it up and explain it, all it's pretty much saying is macros are not bannable. You could use it. They really don't care. Just be careful what file you use so you don't get any sort of virus or anything that logs your inputs. And they're saying that macros are okay to use. Nothing like exploits that use scripts, inject different types of things to modify the game's code. Nothing like that. Like the ghost duplication, duping, teleporting, anything like that is obviously not capable normally without using exploits. So all a macro is doing is automating what a human could do. The devs say right here, the only software I can recommend is AutoHotkey, and that's a software I also use. So once you search up AutoHotkey on Google, you'll get this pop-up. This is the first one that pops up. Just make sure it's the correct one and not some fake. It should look exactly like this. And then once you click on it, you should go to this page here, click download, and then you're gonna download this one right here, download version 1.1, and I'm just gonna download it right now too. Once you download it, just do express installation and then just exit. After that, you're gonna need to find some type of file where someone already created the macro. Now this is where you have to be very careful and which files you use. I have two different files that I actually got from some friends, and just keep in mind, even if I show you the files, even if I get the files from someone else, you still have to be very careful when using these. And since I can't really share it on YouTube, I just made a Discord server and I'll pin it down in the comments. In that Discord server, I just created this, so keep that in mind. Things aren't really set up here. So you just go to Fish Macro, and I got two files here for the Trident and the Rod of the Depths. And you might be wondering, what if you have a different type of rod, like a relic rod, plastic rod, steady rod? You can still use the same file with those rods. It doesn't really matter. Like, I sometimes use executive rod on the Trident file. It really doesn't matter too much. Well, anyway, after you open up the file that you downloaded from the Discord, it's gonna open this up, and all you gotta do is once it's opened up, press P, and it's gonna do everything automatically for you. Lower the graphics quality, close the UI, shake automatically, and it is also gonna fish for you automatically, like move the bar. Now keep in mind, it's not perfect, so sometimes it may lose a fish or two, which is why when I do macro, my fish streak is not like crazy. Sometimes it does miss. I mean, it's not perfect, but it gets the job done. I left the macro on for like 12 hours plus, and just take a look at my inventory, bro. These are all the fishes I have here. It's insane. So with a solid 12 hours, I'm gonna sell all this and see how much I made. I mean, I also got a lot of enchant relics here too. You can see so many. The enchant relics I'm just gonna keep, because enchant relics, you never know when they're useful in future updates, especially the next one. Okay, I think I got everything that I want to keep favorited. I mean, I hope I have everything that I want to keep. So let's just go over here and start selling this. It may take a while to sell. So here we go, boys. Moment of truth. I like to sell my inventory, and there it is. It's starting to lag. Oh gosh, that's a whole lot of fish it's about to sell. I'm hoping it goes over like 1 million. I mean, it was 12 hours of grinding, and it wasn't like the best grinding, obviously. It was a macro doing it. It's not perfect, and I didn't have server luck at all either. So this is like as if you guys put a macro on. Okay, the lag kind of stopped. Is it gonna show me the money now? There it is. 2.2 million, bro, from 12 hours. 2.2 million is actually insane. I'm at 4.4 million now, and that was from me not doing any work at all. That was literally the macro just fishing for me, and while I was out eating eating while I was out doing something else and not in the game. Yeah, go touch the grass, guys. Obviously, you could make it a lot better by adding server luck boost, have someone always pop Aurora totem, and you can make a lot more money than 2.2 million. I mean, that one fishing session alone is already enough to get ready for the next update, honestly. But just in case, I think getting tens of millions would be perfect. So while you're sleeping, right before you go to sleep, you can leave a macro on, so it just keeps collecting fish. While you're doing your homework, leave a macro on. While you're doing anything else other than playing. So as for the Ancient Isles update, you can see that there's a Megalodon that you could fish, and that's going to be from the Megalodon event. It's not really clear on how we're going to be catching Megalodon fish, but you could see that it's at night. So it looks like it has to be a specific time of day to catch the Megalodon shark. And then, of course, in the Ancient Isles island, it also shows us two different types of events. First one being a solar eclipse totem and a solar eclipse event. And then we have another totem for a meteor, which means a meteor event. Probably going to have different types of fishes. We also got zip lining that's going to be coming to the game. That's pretty sick. And also, while zip lining, it shows us two different rods. One of the rods seems to be some sort of fire type of rod, it looks like. And the other rod also looks like a flame type of rod that's very similar to the Destiny rod. And then we also got two different types of scientists. On one side, they say something is pinging up on our signal, which I'm guessing is something about a Megalodon. On the right side, we got a player coming up asking to chip off the amber off a fish, which I'm guessing is from the meteor event. But it looks like you could take amber off a fish, kind of like how half the ember is off the isonate in the background. And maybe you could use it for something. It could have a special bestiary for meteor types of fish. And then once completed, maybe unlock something. We also got this other new rod, and this rod looks like it might be something that's related to the Megalodon, only because of the rod literally having shark bones, it looks like, with shark teeth on the rod itself. All the auras might be different powers you could put on the rod. And then we got a new secret area with 4 different types of totem pedestals, and over there it's not confirmed if you need 4 players. So for those that don't have friends that can help you, I don't know if you need to have 4 players. At the same time, it might not be like that, just so it's more user friendly. But it looks like you gotta rotate it, somehow unlock its puzzle, maybe do at a specific day and time. And then once you do it correctly, the vault opens up. And then once it opens up, it leads to another area. And that area seems to be a place where you could maybe enchant or craft or upgrade rods. I'm thinking maybe you could craft and enchant rods. It might do multiple things at once, since clearly it might be something to do with enchanting, since we do have books everywhere. We have an anvil that might mean either crafting or upgrading. So it is possible that we craft different types of rods, and we do have some other rods leaked as well. The 2 rods that are shown from these leaks were shown in the trailer, and they did say on a tweet right here, did you know that we are locking our developers in the basement for an entire week in order to deliver 10 plus rods this update? That's another reason why most likely we're going to be able to craft rods, because I mean, I don't really see 10 plus rods being added in different locations just to buy. We might be also crafting these rods, and that also helps with players not having a ton of money, but also having a lot of money might make this easier. So just grind money, grind your levels, and get ready for this update. So to wrap it up, don't exploit, you're probably gonna get banned. And if you're ever struggling on getting money or levels, use a macro. That's how I get my millions of dollars, and that's how I'm leveling up a ton. It's gonna help you on in the next updates, so you stay ahead. And that's everything about the update as well, so you guys can go get ready. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, have your notifications on, because I'll be live streaming the update and also making a lot more videos. And for anyone that made it here, I have 5 nukes here, so maybe I could save some for the next update and get nuclear versions of those fish. Subscribe and have your notifications on for the live streams to get in my server.